Measures were taken to send a group of Sri Lankan refugees back to Chennai after they were arrested in Andhra Pradesh in India. India's Hindi newspaper reported that the group of Sri Lankan refugees was sent to Chennai by the Andhra Pradesh Criminal Investigations Department and the Tamil Nadu Police. The group was taken into custody recently by the Tuni Rural Police in Andhra Pradesh for suspiciously roaming in the area. The Hindi newspaper also stated that the group of Sri Lankans had arrived to Andhra Pradesh from a refugee camp in Chennai. The group who were taken into custody had told the police that they had arrived in Andhra Pradesh with the intention of leaving to Canada. According to the refugees, 5 agents had charged them 5,000 Indian rupees each, promising to take them to Canada and provide them with jobs. According to the Hindu newspaper, the agents have been nabbed by the local police. Special bus services are conducted in many cities around the world for the benefit of tourists. Such a bus service has now commenced right here in Colombo, providing an opportunity to tourists, both local and foreign, to experience some of the city's little-known historical sites as well as some of the more famous places. Today's edition of News First Journal takes you on a ride around Colombo in the Colombo City Tour bus.
Not many tourists visiting Colombo are aware of the historical places located within the city. However, Colombo City Tour doesn't miss out on any of these places, some of which are not known even to locals.
We are at the starting point of the Colombo City Tour, the Golf Face Hotel. The tour will start at 8:30 and now we are ready to leave in this double-decker bus.
The first stop of our journey was at St. Lucia's Cathedral in Cottahena. Our next stop was the oldest Dutch Reformed church in Sri Lanka. When we reached the Wolfendale Church in Adrupu Street, the morning mass was being celebrated. The church, which was built in 1746, is a fine example of exquisite Dutch architecture.
The tour is amazing. I feel like you have a really good view of the city, and I really like stopping and being able to go into churches and things like that. It's my first time to the country, and it's a great experience.
While we passed some historic places down Call Road, the background of these buildings were explained by the guide. The Ganga Ramasima Malake by the Beru Lake was the third stop on our journey. The double-decker bus, which left from the Seema Malakaya, stopped a short while later opposite the imposing building of the National Museum. The organizers of the city tour have allocated 1 hour for tourists to explore the museum.
The advantages of joining this city tour is that people get to know things in general about the city of Colombo, and also get an occasion, they get the opportunity to visit important old buildings in Colombo, and also come to know about less known facts.
All too soon, it was time for the final stop at the Independence Square.
And we cover many places in short time. I wish more and more tourists come here and makes the place more wonderful.
The Colombo City Tour is conducted under 3 packages during weekends. It provides a wonderful opportunity to experience the diversity that Colombo offers, from the comfort of an open-air bus, and the rich dose of history that comes as part of the package makes it a memorable experience.
General Secretary of the Citizens Front, Parliamentarian J. Sri Ranga, met with the Indian Foreign Secretary Nirupama Rao today. During her previous visits to the island, the Indian Foreign Secretary had inquired into the well-being of the people in Norelia and the north from the Citizens Front. At today's meeting, attention was focused on the political issues of Tamil-speaking people and their welfare. Speaking further on the meeting, the General Secretary of the Citizens Front, J. Sri Ranga, said that extensive discussions were held on the problems faced by the residents of Norelia, their livelihood and estate infrastructure projects. Attention was also focused on finding a solution for the national question, housing projects in the northeast, and the fulfillment of health facilities to those affected by the war. Also in local news, the 3-day archaeological exhibition showcasing the casket containing the ashes of King Dutugamunu ended today at the Gaminindi Sanayaka National School in Kothmale. Chief Minister of the Central Province, Sarath Ekanayaka, and Srimati Sanayaka were the chief guest at today's opening ceremony of the exhibition. A large number of people, including school children, visited the exhibition today. The special invitees also attended a function which showcased several traditional items. The exhibition commenced on Friday. Up next is a look at Action TV.
The two-story housing complex in Nupe Matara, which cannot be inhabited without masks and is continuously affected by the conditions imposed by the Housing Development Authority, was subjected to the inspection of Minister Vimal Veeravansa. It was 10 years ago that this housing complex was constructed with aid from the Asian Development Bank for 20 families living in thatched houses. On the 8th of this month, Action TV revealed that this housing complex, for which the house owners had to pay a monthly installment which continues for 3 generations and an initial payment of 10,000 rupees, was not constructed to a proper standard, making it difficult even for the first generation of owners to live here. The residents of these houses, who revealed to Action TV that the monthly installment for these houses was increased, going against the initial agreement, requested from the minister to provide some relief when making these payments in question, as they do not have a stable income. The minister had also said that a speedy solution will be provided to the lack of a proper sewage system, the main problem that is affecting these residents since they moved in here.
After taking into consideration the views of residents and the officials of the District Housing Development Authority, it is evident that the cause of this problem is the poor plans at the initial stage. We are planning on sending a group of engineers from Colombo to ascertain how to correct the shortcomings of this sewage system. They will provide us with a report on how this problem should be addressed. Accordingly, we will take the necessary steps.